Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, we're going to start our session now. And be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. Slowly, gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, you can mentally relax your body and relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dharma practitioners, in this ongoing meditation sessions, we mainly trying to share some informations regarding practice, and at the same time you are responsible yourself to learn it very carefully and practice yourself. One way we can teach meditation, another way we cannot teach meditation. So what we can teach? So we can teach certain informations and we can share certain informations and we can give details, explain how to do it. But at the same time, it is your responsibility. And how you do it, even you may listen it. While you're listening, if you have any kind of thoughts in you, maybe you're not going to listen very carefully what I say. So then what you heard, not going to be exactly what I told. So then maybe what you're going to do itself going to become something else. So that's why in the very first level, you have to learn the technique very carefully. And then at the same time, the second step, while you practice, even you heard it clearly. When you practice, while you practice, if you don't have the clear awareness and look into yourself and see the condition of your mind, maybe that while you're practicing, you're going to do something else. And even you come to the point, your mind is very clear and you know what to do, and you keep doing for a certain while. And then at the same time, the very practice itself, every day, the place you're sitting, the tool you use, computer or the cell phone. So listen this very carefully and get the clear understanding. And your environment, this all, once it become a habit maybe, then you just keep doing it. You have the awareness also for the moment and you see it, but that awareness conditioned by the certain habitual pattern. To get into that awareness, you have to have that certain environment, otherwise you cannot. So that's why some people say, oh, if I go to that place, I feel good. Oh, if I practice this way, I feel good. Of course, you have the awareness, but the thing is what happened deeply, that awareness conditions by the environment or whatever the material things or whatever the time and space. So then when you come to the meditation, remember, moment by moment, you have to become free from this all the conditions. With this all happening as a result of your mental view. That is the foundation. So in mainly, we trying to develop tranquility state, and then after the tranquility state, we're going to get into the vipassana level. In the very first level, get into tranquility state, we follow a primary mental object. So as our primary mental object, we take our own inhalation, exhalation. So you cannot have any doubt about it. And the posture, the place you're sitting, the way you're sitting, your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. You no need to add anything. In case if you have more comfortable with your hands, keep on your knees or like that it is, but at the same time, remember to keep your back straight and neck head straight. So once you come to that posture and you bring your attention in front of your nose and upper lip area and bring the attention and to the sensation. So once you get the sensation of the inhalation externally, you keep follow the sensation without disturbing to it, without interfering to it. Just seeing inhalation as inhalation, exhalation as exhalation. While you sing, remember, little by little, you have to advance your awareness. So in that level, that what you recognize going to become more and more different. So as example, in the beginning, you just see the inhalation and exhalation. Even it is before inhalation, exhalation, you just see the breathing, the both as one mostly. And some people even don't see that also. But we start from that. You inhalation, exhalation, you see that everything as one. Then you see there are two things, inhalation, exhalation. And then you see the inhalation is a beginning, middle, and then it's a process. Exhalation, the entire process. You recognize this. So that is where when you get into the little by little deeper with your awareness, that what you recognize in the beginning not valid anymore. But that doesn't mean you don't need it. It need for the first level of recognition. But when you go deeper, it is something else. So then what you recognize as inhalation or exhalation, beginning, middle, end, or kind of like that, that's why you should not stuck there. Why? Because there's something else. You see in the very first level, in tranquility state, you see something. Even mentally, you recognize something as sensation. It comes as a result of something. And finally, you go little by little deeper. In the certain level, you recognize the change happening moment by moment. And that change with the perception, feeling, and the forms, that whatever that the outside layer, and even in the with the mind, formations, and the recognition, this all, finally, it's just the mind. It's just the mind. In the Vipassana level, we go deeper into that and observe what you experiencing from your level, not what you heard, not what you learn, not what you want, not what others said. What do you experience in the moment? And then you will see. It is you, and that you is the result of the history. It is just a thought. So the thought has ability to appear in many ways. I will give a very simple simile. So try to understand it and apply it to you. Maybe when you watch a movie, there are two characters mostly you find, black and white, good and bad. And maybe you're watching a drama, you're finding a story there. Maybe when you're reading a novel, story, you see the characters there. And when you're listening to a song, there's a story you come to your mind. And so just go to the movie, and while you're watching, maybe there's a good guy, bad guy. And now you keep watching. And this good guy and the bad guy having a conversation. And cunning guy, the bad guy, the honest guy, the good guy, and having a conversation. Now you keep watching. Maybe you're reading a novel, the story keep going, and then your interest become more higher, 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 higher. What will happen? What will happen? So if you look very carefully, this all you. There are no two characters, even though you see on the movie. Even when you listen to the song, there is a story. There's not a story that really exactly that outside. It's you. And when you go through the drama, then what's happening to you? When you're reading something, what's happening to you with the characters or the information or the story or the details? It is you. The thing is this. Why people more and more addicted to movies and the songs or the stories, novels, that it not allow you to see it is you. And when you don't see it is you, you always find the conventional level of satisfaction. But once the day you find it is this all you, Anymore there is no validation with this outside events. Then you're going to find the eternal satisfaction, which is highest level of satisfaction. But for that, get into that, you have to have some kind of effort. That effort you have to bring from inside you to see your own inside. So what is the meaning that seeing your own? You have to see what is happening, what your experience. And even that when the mind talking, rather than keep talking with it, you have to see the observer and see, what is this? How this happened? Who is this? You have to more and more look into that. To get into that, you have to drop the outside event. So we don't want to do that. Why? Because this outside event, going with this outside perception, going with that current, come out of the desire. Another way we call the attachment, the current. So that attachment, the current itself has a gravity to take you there, pull you towards that way. Meditation is a method. Little by little, we slow down that gravity, that current. Tranquility state means completely you come to the neutral point with your body, your mind, your breathing, you settle down in one place. Once your breathing, your body, your mind, that whole process become as one. That is where you get out of this desire-based gravity, which we call attachment. And once the mind settles down, without that attachment, it becomes more sharp and clear to see what is happening within it. So without that calmness, you cannot observe. So then that once you get into the tranquility state and slowly observe what you mean by experience, what you mean by feelings. And within you, if you see something, go deeper with it. And in a certain level, you will see that everything or everything, whatever, it's just event, just happened. And it happened, things happen according to necessary conditions and environment, that's it. Beyond that, there is nothing. But without observing and recognizing, you cannot come to a point and tell there is nothing. We have to get into the path, and we have to walk in the path, and we have to experience it and see. Out of that experience, you have to come to the point, there's nothing. Your mind is like a black box. You know, the planes, ships, and now there are some cars, and so this kind of certain machines, it has a black box. What it does, it collects all the information that happening in that very moment. So then whatever happened, maybe crash, fire, accident. So whatever happened, then people go and take the black box and then see what happened. So the whatever all the incident happens, recorded there. But in that whatever the history, not responsible for what happened. It is two different things. Remember that. All the incident recorded in the black box, and then maybe there is the fire or the accident or the disaster happened, and the recognizing that all the history, not responsible for what happened, but when you see that, you can recognize, you can come to a point to understand and see, you can see the necessary cause and conditions why the accident or the crash or this fire happened. That what happened is not responsible with the history. History is not responsible with what happened. It's two different things. So your life the same. What happened in this very moment is not responsible with your history. Whatever happened in the history is not responsible for the moment. It's two different things. When you come to the vipassana level of recognition, you understand this. You are completely become independent in the moment, sharp and clear, and not bound to any view, any kind of believing, any kind of techniques or the methods. You are completely become crystal clear and free to recognize the moment by moment, moment by moment experience. The perception keep coming towards you, or maybe whatever happening inside with your form, feeling, perception, volition, and recognition. So getting to that path, the most important thing is don't drop your attention. Keep it. In the very first level, you bring it towards the tranquility state, and after that, keep it towards your inside. Keep it towards your recognition. When you recognize something and go into deeper into it and see. And then you will see there's a history. That is the same like that, like the black box. There's a history. What is the history mean? That's just events. But the surface level of mind has a kind of like addiction, has a kind of like a habit, has a kind of like a interest, has a kind of like a joy. Go with that repetition, repeating, memorizing, thinking about the past event or creating events. And that is what we call sansara. So the meditation is a method, little by little, you come to the point to see how your mind behave within itself. So when you go into that observation, you have to completely free from judgment, You have to completely free from fear. You have to completely free from favor. You have to completely free from bias. And that is why the moment of awareness is responsible for you. So that's why it is your responsibility to keep it very clear and not allow yourself to fall into misunderstanding. So then remember yourself moment by moment, that the practice you keep doing is for your own benefit. You are the one who's going to get the benefit. And because of that, remember, you have to give your best. If you don't give your best, you're not going to get the best. So when you give the best, that doesn't mean you don't push too hard and you don't push too little. You have to find where to put the effort and where to relax. And you will see it when you find the primary mental object and settle down, and when you see the body and when you see the condition of the mind. This all practice once we put together, we call sati. Sati means awareness developing on awareness by itself. So we're going to a little bit practice now. Be comfortable yourself and relax your body and bring your attention to your whole body and observe head to toes 3 times. And you can recite yourself Suapatveva, or may I be well and happy, 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. So now bring your attention to the sensation and follow the sensation. Recognize inhalation as inhalation, exhalation as exhalation. Don't disturb your inhalation, exhalation. Don't interfere or don't mentally make any comments. Just observe and recognize. Do nothing extra. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. If any thoughts disturb you, bring a little bit more effort inside and settle down with the sensation of inhalation, exhalation. Observe yourself carefully. The sensation happening with your inhalation, exhalation is mostly outside event or is a inside experience. What you recognize as inhalation or exhalation. When you recognize something as inhalation or exhalation, is it your mind or is it your body or is it your sensation? See the impermanent nature of the moment that you go through right now, right here. Arising, existing, and disappearing itself, each and every sensation or the feelings or the perception or any recognition. This any form or the feelings or the perception, any recognition is not the self, not belong to you. You don't know how it arises. It is not responsible for you. You have no idea where it vanishes. Observe any feelings, you will see that. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away. Already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside, to your left side, to your right side, downward, and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So by the power of this all meritorious activities, the merits you earn is going to be with you in the first level. We're going to offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha. And by the power of this all meritorious activities, may you get out of the sickness, disease, the death, and finally ultimate the bliss. May you attain ultimate bliss of supreme bliss of the Nibbana. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. And also, we share this merit with our guardian angels and the deities. ittavata ca ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhammanu Dhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammang Pujemi Sanghang Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Paribunjisami Dhamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamunchatu. Blessed.